Hello, this is Chiak. We are back again with another set of Black Mirror 2. If I sound like I'm trying to be quiet, it's because I am trying to be quiet. Or trying to be quiet. Okay, so I need to ask him about this radio. See if we talk to him, it'll just come up as a conversation
There
point.
was something else.
Well, spit it out. What do you want?
The police are looking for a man called Reginald Boris. He was hiding in a side street next to your shop. Did you notice anything?
If I noticed a little punk like that, I'd have given him an earful.
That I can believe. You're an expert on radio equipment, right? Can you tell me what this is?
Who the hell?
Darren. Can you help me or not? It's important.
Well, that's a plain old transmitter. Cheap Asian trash.
I found that thing in a ventilation shaft in a young woman's hotel room. What kind of range does this thing have?
Not far. If it's used in a room, a couple of miles at best.
And it's not possible to find out where the receiver is, right? That doesn't help at all. Damn.
I know all the hams in the area, and none of them would hide that kind of thing in a ladies' room.
But
I intercepted some strange Morse code last night. Long wave, just after 1800 hours. Someone knew. He said something about a girl who is now safe. He also said he'd be back in touch today at 1800 hours.
that could have been Reginald Boris.
A foreigner?
Yes. And apart from that, perhaps Old Fuller's murderer. And someone who wants to frame an innocent party.
And you want to stop that? Well, maybe there's a spark of decency in you yet.
Can we track down Reginald if he transmits again at 1800 hours?
Well, you bet. With directional antennas. I got one here. We'll have to build another one. We'll get his bearings from two different points, and then bang! We got him.
What do you need for it?
Oh, well, let me think. I've got a radio here. We can use that. I need a metal tube, a copper wire, at least a meter, and you'll need headphones and a compass to get the bearings right. You bring me that stuff, and I'll build you the direction finder. And hurry! There ain't much time till 1800.
1800 hours. That's 6 p.m., right?
Oh my God.
Okay, so this is what the wire cutters are for. But with that, we know where to get the headphones easily. I'm not quite sure about anything else though. Is this? I see. It looks like a wire cage. So I'm like, can I take that apart?
I'll just borrow it.
Okay. What? Anything in the bathroom? So, where in the world am I going to find copper wiring? I keep seeing this and thinking it's... What? This is the... Yeah, I remember this.
An old lighthouse. Underneath's a sign with Willow Creek written on it. Perhaps it's from the place in England where she lived. She first came to the US in her early 30s, after the accident.
Okay, interesting. Alright. Let's look at the journal. Metal bar, copper wire, headphones, and a compass. Huh. Okay, got the headphones. Well, we had a metal bar, but that's no longer in inventory. And copper wires. I was wondering if I can, like, go back to Fuller's place. Oh, so why do I hear talking?
Perhaps the bulb's gone. Nothing else there. I don't think I'll find anything.
Okay. Just gotta make sure.
I don't think I'll find any.
Okay, so literally nothing in the house.
When I was a child, I always wanted to know who my father was. Mom told me about him and finally showed me some pictures. That was the only time I've ever seen pictures of him.
telescope. Does that count as a metal tube?
Alright then, I need the compass. I'll have to sacrifice the telescope.
Oh, there's a compass on the telescope. I did not know that. Okay then. Good thing. Sink. Oh, is there more in
There's
her
nothing
handbag?
else of interest in there.
Okay. Let's just see what we've got in our... Okay, I got wire cutters, so we're definitely gonna need that for something. Okay, we're not... It's a telephone.
I don't have to call right now.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's leave then.
Honestly, I've got no idea who that is. The city's founder, a mayor, a benefactor, what do I know? I find a lot of the buildings here in the center really big and swanky for such a small town. Especially the town hall. The city must have had money in the past. Perhaps on the back of successful whale hunting. Or maybe they did what we did in Boston in the 19th century. Made money out of selling ice. New England ice was shipped all over the world before we had refrigerators.
Okay. I don't know why we need to use the
A
telephone.
coin-op telephone. It says out of order. If I was needing some small change, then I might take a closer look at it. But not right now.
Okay, I was hoping there'd be something, but right now I just want to get rid of
That's the hospital.
Okay, there we go. Information gotten rid of. Copper wire and a metal tube. I can go back.
What a flashy thing that is. Probably Europeans in particular.
Okay,
Most of the... With that kind of... No thanks. Huh. I won't be able to take the whole leg chain. But perhaps I can cut out part of it.
the lights again. Okay, so I'm assuming this is where we're going to get our copper wire.
Alright then. There's no choice. I need the copper wire.
Okay. So let's actually go down. Let's go. I'm curious what the reaction would be. I see this. I'm like, metal bar? Metal bar?
The rear panels of the display cabinet. The moose is the kitschy. What would a 50s bar be with it? If there was maybe a Pearl Jam track on it, then I'd give it a play. But Buddy Holly doesn't quite do it for me.
Okay, again, just trying to get rid of the bread. I don't need more bread. Okay, I just want to see if she's gonna chew us out or not.
Psst, Mrs. Biber.
Oh.
Yes, what can I get you?
I see the money here. Are we like giving back the money or something?
A girl I know is being suspected of having killed Fuller.
I'm sorry about that.
Yes, she was lured into a trap. She has no motive. She also wasn't being blackmailed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Was Fuller blackmailing anyone else? Did anyone else have a motive apart from you?
Oh, you got nerve. I wasn't being blackmailed. Listen, I'm sorry about what happened to your friend. But if she's not guilty, then she won't be held for long now, will she? And I don't know anything about blackmail.
Huh. So you don't want to help me get an innocent girl out of jail?
I can't.
I love how he went psst, psst, and then he just starts shouting it. Darren, that's not... If you're not going to be secret about it, then don't bother with the secrecy. Okay, let's leave. You know what? Let's make our next stop here. Oh, that's just to talk about the souvenir store.
Looks like you can only buy.
I'm wondering if we can take the metal bar we used at the back of the store to get in. Oh, we can. Oh my god. Okay, great. Awesome. Reuse, reuse, recycle, I guess.
That'll be just right for the directional transmitter.
Okay, perfect. We got everything then. So, let's go back to Eddie.
And? You got everything?
No, not yet.
Well, get going. Metal tube, bare copper wire, headphones and compass. Not much time till 1800.
I've got a cable here. Will that work instead of a copper wire?
No, you'll have to strip it.
Oh. Oh, I'm not done.
I'll cut into the plastic insulation and pull it back carefully. And now I have a real nice piece of copper wire.
Okay, now we have the copper wire.
Here
Now
are all
can
the
we
things
talk?
for the direction finder.
There we go.
Very good. I'll build it up right away. But, first the theory. You take the receiver down to the coast, somewhere near the hotel. You turn on the radio, I'll set everything up, and don't fiddle with it. Then you turn the antenna slowly and listen for where the Morse code signal is the loudest. Look at the compass and write down the bearings and degrees where the antenna is pointing.
Good.
I'll do the same here with my receiver. Then we'll plot the bearings on this here map. Transmitter's located where the lines cross, understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now let me get on with it.
So, let's see.
Oh, what? Okay, how do I move this though? Oh. I'm so confused of how this works. So I press on the number itself? 0, 15, 30, not 30. I'm trying to like finagle it to... Oh, I can just grab and hold. Is that not it?
I got it. Back to the junk shop.
Okay, I didn't realize you have to like grab and
And?
hold it.
Do you have a bearing?
Yes, sir. Bearing at 73 degrees.
Very good. My bearing is 90 degrees. Go on. Plot the bearings.
Okay, I'm gonna,
Let's
yeah.
see. Your shop is here, and you had a bearing of 90 degrees. I was roughly here. This damn... Of course!
What is it?
A boat! Boris has got a boat. That's why no one here knows him, and why the police didn't find him. The lines cross a few hundred yards from the coast, about 2 miles to the east.
Good work. Now you need a boat. One of those lobster fishermen owes me a favor. You can use his.
And what should I do with it?
Sail out there, of course.
And serve myself up for a fight with Reginald Boris on his ship?
Didn't you hear the message? He plans on coming back into town again tonight, looking for you.
That's what he said? Huh, I must have missed that.
Well, go on then. You don't get many opportunities to be a hero.
I trust the police least of all. I'd rather get hold of the evidence of Angelina's innocence myself. And this time, it'll all be watertight.
I have to say, from where Darren is on that map and where the Biddeford is, it looked somewhat far in terms of walking distance. Okay, let's go.
A wooden paddle that looks pretty heavy. Why would you need something like that on a sailboat?
Oh, this is his boat.
I'd rather leave it. It's clearly too unwieldy for me. I'd rather leave it.
Okay.
Life jackets, a lifesaver, a few ropes, a buoy, and a gas can. Nothing of use at the moment. I don't know much about sailboats, but I think this thing is called the boom. That's the thing that smacks unwary people on the head, knocking them overboard.
Okay. Oh, can we
I don't know
still-
much about sailboats.
Okay, no, it's just the same thing. Is that gonna happen to us later? Let's go to lower deck. There's nothing else I can look at here.
The lamp is screwed to the ceiling. If it was just lying around somewhere, it might fall over in rough seas. A frame sheet of handmade paper. You can hardly read the writing, and there's some kind of wildly painted lines over it. The road to El Dorado is written at the bottom. Isn't that in South America? A frame sheet of the road to El Dorado.
Okay.
A flip-up seat with a lock on it. The
Oh,
lock doesn't seem particularly strong, but it's still a problem. Nah, I'm not gonna get any further without the key.
okay.
The cupboard looks like it's made of burl wood, but it can only be really a thin veneer, otherwise it'd be too heavy and expensive. Alright. A few maritime maps, tools, screws, and measuring instrument. And a key.
Okay.
The
Got a
pictures
picture
of a
here.
big sailboat on a stormy sea. Maritime romanticism. They're photos of me. They're all from yesterday, me walking around town. This is me leaving the store. And here I am going to the hotel. And here I am with Angelina in the diner. Huh. That picture's been taken through the window. That Reginald fella must have been creeping about the whole time. Huh. I'll take them. Even though they'll probably be of no use.
Okay.
Cardboard folder. It looks really new. There's an A on the front.
I don't know why you need to
Huh.
move Darren to
At the front of
grab
the
that.
folder is a small piece of transparent foil with lines on it. Strange. I'll take it with me. What else have we got here? Photos of Angelina. Some of them are clearly quite old. She can't be more than 13 or 14 years old in this one. Here she is as a kid. Huh. A note. New York, Boston. Perhaps that's her route? Yes. This proves that Boris has been following her for a while. I'll take the folder.
Okay. There's nothing else in here? Took the key, but it still shows the grabby hands. Oh no, it just means we can close it. Okay, you know what? Let's just look into the seat right now.
Aha. That must be the ship's power generator.
Okay.
I guess the batteries are normally charged using a cable at the harbor. The generator's probably just meant for emergencies.
Okay, why
Better
do we
not
need
now.
to... Yeah, I was about to say, why? We don't need to use it. Yeah, okay, so last thing is the laptop here.
Let's see. Wow, this is a cool model. What have we here? A file titled Willow Creek. I don't believe it. Why the hell does Reginald Boris have pictures on his computer of a place where my mother regularly receives money? Something very strange is going on here. I'll take it with me later. First, I need to find some more clues to what's actually going on here. What the hell? What links Boris with Willow Creek, and what's my mother got to do with it?
Okay, let's see if we can, like, right-click on these
There are various
items.
photos of Angelina, and a transparency with some strength. Those are the photos of me.
Okay.
There are hinges on one side. A safe. Hopefully it contains a few answers.
Okay, I was not expecting that. I just thought...
Here's a windrose that you can turn. I guess the idea is the same as with Fuller's safe. But unfortunately, I don't have a stethoscope with me to listen to the mechanism.
Northeast? Okay, we're not going to be able to get anything with this. I'm assuming that's what the transparency is for. How do I get out? Here we go.
Nothing.
Can I use the transparency on this?
It might fit. Let's see.
Because it's at the road to El Dorado, right? Okay. I'm not quite sure what we're trying to match up here. Uh-huh. Yeah, I have no clue how this one works. There's lines up here, there's lines over here, there's lines here, there's something here. See, I don't know if we're if this is supposed to interconnect or if this is supposed to... I mean, I don't think it lines up. Because there's no side to this where it looks like it lines up.
The foil fits perfectly. It shows a route around the southern tip of Africa. The route is southwest, south, southeast, east, northeast, and northwest.
Okay, can you say that again? I'm going to write that down.
The picture and the foil together must give the solution to the safe. The route is southwest, south, southeast, east, northeast, and northwest.
Okay, wrote it down. Okay, so I finally figured out at the end. Southwest. South. Southeast. East. Northeast. Northwest.
That was the right combination.
A ring.
Huh. A ring with an eye-catching symbol on it. Looks a bit Celtic. A tree or something. It's not gonna help me, though. A floppy disk. Labeled with Biddeford and today's date. That looks more like a clue. I should have a look at what's on it straight away. If the disk doesn't contain any critical information, then I have to keep searching. Either way, I should get a move on. I don't know how long Boris is gonna stay on land. There's nothing else in it.
Okay, let's look at the disc.
Damn, what's wrong now? The battery's dead. And there's no electricity on the boat. Alright, let's see if I can do something about that.
Okay, well, we have this generator here, which, by the way, it's going to make a lot of noise, but okay.
Huh. Completely dry. I need to pour in some gas.
Where? Oh, right. The gas is up here.
Somewhere here was... Yes, a gas can.
Okay, good. I was like, you better close this yourself. Mind you, that door is wide open, so maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, fine.
All right, ready for the next...
Okay, does that. Don't stop talking. Just pull it.
Very good, but also quite loud. Hopefully no one can hear the noise on land.
How far out is this boat? It seemed pretty far on the
Let's see if
map.
there's anything on this disc that'll shed some light on what's going on.
I literally cannot. I can barely hear him. Luckily, there's subtitles.
Mrs. Michaels' medical records? What the... Mrs. Rebecca Michaels. Second and third degree burns on the hands, arms, and legs. Fractured back, partial cervical fracture, blah, blah, blah. Due to a bad fall. This entry is from 1973. Right after the car crash. Rather an alleged car crash. What does Reginald Boris want with my mother's medical records? Does he know her from her time in England? I'll deal with that later. Let's try and work out the Angelina thing first. Angelina. Hey, fella's store. And there's someone standing in the shadows. It's Mr. Biber. He must have found out about the blackmailing and then lost it. And there's Angelina. She's going into the store. Oh, this is the proof. Fuller was already dead when Angelina arrived at the store. But Boris saw that Biber had murdered Fuller, and he must have called Angelina and then the police afterwards. Why did he get her arrested? Was she in the way? In a search for my mother? Or me?
Ha! Good evening, Mr. Michaels.
You! Stay away from me!
That's very difficult on such a small boat, wouldn't you say?
What do you want from me?
It's all very complicated, believe me. But we'll have enough time to clear it up. We're both going on a little trip.
I don't think so. Ah! Damn it!
We're just gonna save. We're gonna save right now. Even though technically it does do an automatic save, I don't know where those automatic saves are placed. This is number 7, so we're just gonna be cautious here. Okay, weird. I guess if I didn't do something for a long time, it... Okay, yeah. So here's the automatic save.
Can't we talk about this?
No!
Okay, so if you click anywhere else, he instantly goes... I try to see if it's a directional thing, but it's not.
Can't we talk about this?
No!
Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna assume it has to be something with the boom.
It was really brave of you to take that guy on.
Yeah. Well, I actually had no other choice.
If you say so. Most important thing is the disc was still okay. You saved me.
I just wish they'd caught Boris.
He'll resurface soon enough.
I should have got back quicker, but the boat wouldn't go any faster. We still don't know what he actually wanted from us. And if you fly back to England on your own, who's gonna watch out for you then?
Oh, it's nice of you to worry. But I've got to go back. And Boris seemed to be after you and your mother, right? Nothing's going to happen to me.
I still wish you'd stay here. Or that I could come with you.
We've been through this already. You have to stay here with your mother until she gets better. You can come and visit me in a few weeks. By then I'll know more about the mysterious Willow Creek.
What? What do you mean?
I'm going to investigate. Willow Creek, Reginald Boris, about the time your mother was at the castle.
Listen to me. You are not gonna do that.
Please, keep out of this.
But I'm a historian. Digging into the past is just what I do. Don't worry, Darren. I'm going to miss you. Anyway, I know who could save me if I get into trouble.
Darren?
Huh?
They just called from the hospital. You should get over there straight away.
My mom.
Oh, we are in control now?
Mrs.
Yeah,
Biba?
just let me get this and then...
What was that call about?
Somebody from the hospital calling to see if you were in here. You need to get there fast. I hope it's nothing bad.
I hope so too.
Okay, I just want to see if any other conversation point, but I think they're really just gonna make us get to... Do your fast walk, Darren. What are you doing? Come on, move it. Oh my god, please. I've been double clicking. I swear I am. There we go. Maybe you can only fast walk during this part. Did I click on the hospital? I can't tell.
Mr. Michaels? The doctor would like to speak to you.
Has something happened?
Just go through, please.
Okay. Security guy's not there. Just curious.
Darren,
Where's my mom?
your mom's heart failed this morning.
What? No, that's impossible.
I really am very sorry.
Mom!
Hello, this is Rebecca Michaels. Unfortunately, I'm not at home at the moment. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you.
Darren? Darren, are you there? He's here, Darren. Reginald Boris is here. I went to Willow Creek. I couldn't resist. Please forgive me. I found out a few things about this place. It seems there's something like a conspiracy here, and I think Reginald Boris is part of it. I saw him today, and now... No, go! Ah! Darren! Help me!
Hello? Angelina!
Act 3. So I believe there are 6 chapters or acts in total, so...
Wakey! We're there!
So, this is it. The one and only hotel in this godforsaken place. I had to change trains in London and then sit for another 45 minutes in a cab. And now here, I'm in the middle of nowhere. The village of Willow Creek itself is a bit further down the road. But I ought to take a look around here first. Angelina must have checked into this hotel.
Okay. That's to Willow Creek. Just gonna have a look at all
large
the...
bird bath made from imitation marble. It's full of water and I can't see a damn bird for miles. A wet, uncomfortable, and somewhat shabby-looking wooden bench with the paint slowly flaking off it.
Pile of leaves. Don't tell me we're
A big
searching.
heap of wet leaves. A gardener must have raked them together from off the lawn. That pile's not been here for long. The leaves are soaking wet on the outside, but they look drier underneath. The rain hasn't made everything wet through. That pile's not been here.
Okay. Okay, the car is nothing. Or I have a... conservatory.
A steel-framed conservatory. It's quite obvious that it's a newer addition to the rest of the building. There's a few tables and chairs in the conservatory. I would imagine they use it as a dining room. Right now it looks deserted.
Okay. The ivy. Okay, let's look at this first.
Huh. The words Gordon's Palace have just been simply printed onto the awning. Cheap. The awning offers a little shelter from the rain at least. Mind you, it's still unpleasant standing here outside when there are dry, heated rooms waiting inside.
Gordon, that was the name of the last name of the characters, the family, right?
3 flags hanging here. England, Great Britain, and the European Union. Huh, the last one's gotta be there, just for the foreign tourists. Ugh, the flags look like they've been hanging there for years. Pretty stained and bleached out. Makes a real nice impression. Wow, the ivy must be at least 100 years old. It's already climbed up the whole building. Shame that I don't have to secretly get up to the first floor. The ivy would be an ideal ladder substitute.
Okay, something to keep in mind. Should be it, right?
Now, does a bird bath in a land where it rains constantly actually make sense?
Okay, but it's not for the birds, it's for the decor.
I can't see anything interesting, and the basin is much too heavy to move. The bench is wet.
Okay,
The
sorry,
hotel lobby's in there behind the tall windows. Very grand for such a small country hotel.
Okay, those are all the points, except for the leaves, which I'm assuming there might be something in there, but let's get inside.
Oh, a new guest! Welcome to Gordon's Palace. My name is Murray.
Hello. I'm looking for a young woman who's spending some time here. Maybe you've seen her?
Yes, maybe I have, but maybe I haven't. You have to understand this is a discreet hotel. I can't talk about my guests.
So, she's a guest here.
As I said already, a discreet hotel.
Almost dead, one could say.
It's off-season right now. It'll get busier. This is the best hotel in Willow Creek and a place with history. This was once the sanatorium of the dreaded Robert Gordon, the Dr. Frankenstein of Willow Creek.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, yes. He was the uncle of Samuel Gordon, the maniac murderer. Everyone thought squeaky clean Sir Robert was a respectable doctor. But in reality, he conducted illegal experiments on the sanatorium's patients. Very nasty goings on.
And then someone thought it would make a great hotel.
Of course, of course. Immediately after the murders 12 years ago, the tourists came in throngs. They wanted to see everything. But where could they stay the night? There wasn't a hotel. So, I bought this building. The patients were taken away straight after the incident, of course. Some also escaped. So, anyway, I bought the house, had it renovated, and now it's the best hotel in the place. How many nights did you say you wanted?
Actually, I just wanted to know if you've seen this young lady. Her name is Angelina Morgan.
Now, I can't talk to strangers about guests. The hotel's reputation, you see.
I see. And if I were a guest myself, then...
Then, of course, we could have a little chat about who else has a room here at the moment.
All right, then. A room, please. For, let's say, 2 nights to start with.
Very well. That'll be £90.
You know, I was wondering why this place looks so familiar.
So, what about Angelina? Is she here?
The young lady checked in here a few days ago. Room 13, right next to yours, sir. However, I haven't seen her since yesterday morning.
Thank you. Room 13, that's down this corridor?
Yes, sir. Your room is number 12. You do, of course, understand that I can't let you into the lady's room. As you know, the hotel has a reputation to uphold.
Huh. This takes me a step closer. I know Angelina was here. Perhaps I'll find some clues as to what she found out, and who didn't like it.
Okay. Let's just have a look around this area.
A stand with what looks like tasteless postcards from tourists. They show either pictures of the village or blood-stained knives. Here's one with a screaming woman on it.
Okay.
Willow Creek. I was here and survived. Willow Creek makes your blood freeze. Willow Creek, home of murderers. Unbelievable.
I thought these masks were conversation points.
You know, I can never be bothered with most postcards. But here's a card with a drawn map of the area showing the murder locations of 12 years ago all marked out. I could use the map to help me keep myself oriented. I'll take it with me.
Sweet.
I'll put it on your bill.
What the? A cheap plastic mask of Samuel Gordon. Toy knife with blood-stained blade. And the worst thing is that you can bet that some of my fellow humans actually buy this stuff. And what's this thing supposed to be? Huh. The original soul key. Summon dark forces and scare the pants off your friends. Lights up in 3 different colors. Gruesome sound effects. Hellish fun. Batteries not included. I can't get my head around it.
Okay. Okay, well...
I'd rather chop my hand off than buy this plastic crap from China and speed up global warming and the demise of mankind.
Okay. What else can I look at?
That's one of those things they use in big hotels to carry cases on. I find it rather hard to imagine them having hotel porters here.
What? Oh, the flask.
Huh. A bottle of schnapps. Maybe I could grab it while Murray's not looking.
Okay, so something we need to grab later when we distract him. Oh my god, can we take the dishes?
Murray seems to have just been eating something. I'm guessing that he's the only employee in his hotel, so he can't just go and leave his position at the counter to go and eat. The knife hasn't been used. I'll take it. Maybe I can still find a use for it.
Okay, I was about to say, why are you taking a knife? But it's a butter knife. It's a butter knife.
A classic dark brown leather armchair. The arms are worn somewhat. It's seen better days for sure. Until I found Angelina, I don't have any time to rest.
Okay, what else is there to look at?
A whole row of old-fashioned lockboxes. Although they're only made of wood, they look like they're still tricky to break open. An old-fashioned telephone. It's probably meant to be classic, but to be honest, it's just old. Angelina checked in here and is staying in room 13. The guest book probably can't tell me much more.
Okay, let's talk to Murray. Have we met him in the previous game? I don't remember Murray, but...
What else can you tell me about Angelina?
Don't know. Nice girl. Seems to be out a lot. Always went off for a couple of hours, then back to her room, then out again.
Did you notice anything? Was she nervous? Afraid?
No, not really. She seemed to be a bit stressed. Tense. And always in a hurry. That's just what young people are like.
Did you call the police when she didn't come back last night?
Why should I? She paid up front. Everything's fine.
Oh yeah, everything's fantastic. She might be bleeding to death in the woods or in the hands of violent kidnappers. But she paid up front.
Calm down. Nothing will have happened to her. Absolutely nothing's happened here for 12 years, unfortunately.
What did you say this building used to be?
The old Ashbury Sanatorium. The legendary, the gruesome, the unfathomable sanatorium of the crazy Robert Gordon.
I see.
Sir Robert was Samuel Gordon's uncle on his father's side. He lived in the castle and was, of course, like all Gordons, completely insane. He conducted experiments on the patients here in the sanatorium. Illegal experiments. Terrible experiments.
And no one noticed?
He mostly did it at night, alone. He only had one accomplice in the village, Dr. Herman. Both were murdered before their schemes were uncovered. But strange things have been happening since their deaths. People claim to have seen spectral apparitions in these corridors, and sounds that come out of the ground.
Sure, and that's probably written large on the front of your flyers, right? A couple of ghosts would surely be good for business. It's just a shame it's absolute moonshine. What can you tell me about this place?
Willow Creek. It's the nest in which I was born, just like all the others you see around here. No one moves to here. Either you're born here and stay, or you're born here and leave. It can't keep hold of the youngsters anymore. They want to be in the city. The place is dying out.
Is there anything special to see here?
The museum, of course. I was significantly involved in setting it up. It's even on my land, which I've leased for a small, appropriate fee, of course. Go into the village. You won't miss it. We set it up once the flow of tourists dried up. You need to offer the people something, after all. We redesigned the rear part of the museum last year. Now it's got a lot more zip. It was my idea. None of the other people in the village have got any idea about business.
And?
You have to speculate to accumulate. You're not going to attract tourists with a couple of clay pots and carpets, are you?
How can you attract tourists?
With a show! You need to give them something. We've got 5 gruesome murders here, an old family full of maniacs, a dark curse. There must be some capital in that.
Doesn't seem to have worked all that well so far.
Alas, no. Many didn't get involved. Said you should let the dead rest in peace. We won't get anywhere like that.
Of course not.
During the first few months after the murders, it was looking really good. The papers wrote about our murders all the time. Loads of free publicity. They came from all over. Buses full. But then, well, the hype died down.
Ooh, how tragic. Hey, perhaps a couple of people should be killed every season. Then you'll get more press.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about it. You haven't invested all your savings. But I'll have the last laugh. This place is gonna be on the up again.
Exactly how quickly did he get this hotel up and running?
What's that castle out there on the hill?
That's the famous Black Mirror Castle, ancestral home of the Gordon family. There are few buildings here that have a history as fascinating and blood-soaked.
Why, what happened there?
What didn't happen there, more like? Every imaginable abomination. Murder, torture, witch burning, dark rituals, devil worship, everything.
Yeah, sure. And that's not just what you tell the tourists to make this place more interesting.
Well, perhaps it's not quite that bad, but what the people say is true. That castle is cursed. That much is certain.
Cursed.
Just look at the Gordons. An ancient family that's gonna die out. One blow of fate after the other. The latest events alone. Around 25 years ago, there was a fire in the castle, and Master Samuel lost his young wife in the flames. 12 years ago, the eldest Gordon committed suicide. He jumped from the castle tower. After that came Robert's murder and Samuel's suicide. The last surviving Gordon is Lady Victoria. She's already about 90. When she dies, one of the oldest families in England dies with her.
Sounds like bad luck, but not necessarily a curse.
It is. The castle is cursed. It makes the people crazy. How else are you going to explain one Gordon after the other completely losing it?
Some mental illnesses are hereditary. And if it's an old noble family, incest may also play a role.
Yeah. Or natural radioactivity, or poisonous groundwater. That's all far-fetched. It's a curse. Everyone knows that.
What's that then? A soul key?
They are powerful, magical artifacts. After the murders 12 years ago, the police seized documents from the castle. Amongst them were also pictures of these soul keys. Samuel Golden must have been nigh on obsessed by them. The police believe that Samuel had several of them.
Perhaps the devil himself gave him the order to do it.
Perhaps. What's for certain is that he killed for it, and that the keys, assuming they ever existed, disappeared when he committed suicide.
And what has that got to do with this plastic trash?
That's no trash! Do you know how expensive it was to produce thousands of these and ship them here? Pal, that cost me a fortune.
Thousands! How many have you sold?
Put it this way, I won't need to reorder in the near future. Even though they're so fantastic. Or they even light up when you put a battery in them.
Oh, awesome. Couldn't you perhaps give me Angelina's room key?
If you buy the hotel and let me retire, then we can talk about it.
And if I forget a 50-pound note on the counter, would you go outside to look at the pretty pictures on it in the daylight?
Young man, this is a quality hotel. I can't and won't allow its reputation to be damaged.
No one will notice. There's not a soul here.
You can't bribe me, and that's that.
Thanks for the chat, Murray.
My pleasure.
Okay. I know we can look at this plant, but well, you know what? We'll do that next set. So, thank you for liking if you like. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. Thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time, guys. See ya.